Powering up essential systems. Booting root C/audio logs. Reviewing previous data cells. Repairing audio files. Episode 39, A Shot of Vodka.
You hear through the windows, Dice and Rex. You start to hear the sounds of people outside. Not the war and the carnage you've been hearing so far. It seems angrier somehow. But more immediately is this woman who is undoubtedly Vodka Tarra Greene. She has this air of confidence about her. A woman who is in power and knows that she's in power because she fought for it.
Howdy, Ms. Green.
Hello, Rex.
Boy, it's taken quite a while for me to finally introduce myself to you.
Yeah, I was waiting for a while. You know, it was one thing after the other. You smashed a hole in my beautiful wall, and then why did you turn yourself into my guards? I'm still confused about that one. I'm glad you did though, because like it was interesting. Hilarious to see what was going on between like you and Tucson and all that crap. Like that was hilarious to watch. Must say, a great job on the dramatics and all of that. I don't know your name, ma'am. Nice to meet you. I've been hearing a lot about you. I don't know your name. Kian over here has been telling me some stuff. Not super happy at her, and she smacks her upside the head as she walks past her. You hear a slight groan.
So you've known that we're, well, it sounds like you already know everything.
I mean, you don't become a person like I am without understanding what's going on in your own city. I mean, think about it. If I didn't have a grip on what was going on, what would I do about any of this stuff? No. I know what's going on.
So then you just let us do these things? Like, I mean, the real question is, if you knew, why'd you let me survive?
Well, those are very valid questions. And she's still just wandering around the room, kind of meandering, you know, like all evil people do. They monologue and pace.
What they do best.
It's a mix of curiosity. It's a mix of keeping people in their place. You, Rex, were a fantastic distraction for Tucson. Did you know that he's been trying to like secretly usurp me for, what has it been, like 4 years or something?
No, I didn't.
4 years?
That's rude.
Yeah, exactly, right? I took it as a personal offense. And honestly, when he got so preoccupied with his like metaphysical psychic stuff, that was perfect distraction for him. And like that was all wonderful. You, ma'am, like I've had my keeping tabs on the resistance. It's really nice. You get a little spark of hope in the people, and then you're really able just to weed out the ones that are going to cause you the most problem, right? The only real thing that sucks is that when your spy is so useless that they deliver all of their information just a day late and $1 short, and she shoots Keith.
I don't know who that was, but that was unnecessary, I think.
Dice has been just quiet the entire time, speechless.
Dice, who was that?
She was supposedly a spy, but she was also a member of the Resistance. I'm Dice, by the way.
Well, it's nice to be on a first name basis. My name is Tara.
That wasn't my first name.
Well, you've made me look like a fool, and I don't appreciate that. And she clicks a button on her desk, and you hear the sound of locks disengaging around the room, and doors, some just there, some hidden behind bookcases, start to swing in, and you see 6 of the Deathbringers start to come into the room. And she goes, "You had to see this was a trap right from the beginning, right?"
How big is the room?
I mean, it's not like ginormous, but it's a pretty big room. If you took like the entire square footage of the entire apartment from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, it's like about that big.
Yes, things I remember.
Things that are not copyrighted, totally.
Yeah, it's cool. Dice has a grenade launcher. It causes explosions. Okay. That's the only weapon she has, so.
So Rex kind of starts trying to point at each of the guards and counts slowly. So the deal with these guys, they're not normal, right? Like there's something definitely weird with them.
I mean, these are, and she goes and she like pats one of them on the back. Like these are the finest people to ever come out of our re-education system that have graced this city. They're wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Re-education, huh? Like learning or?
You could say learning to love New Pittsburgh, learning just what it means to have a warrior's heart and to serve and to listen to me.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't expect this to be a trap.
I'm gonna be honest, Rex, I totally did.
What? Oh, that was smart. So you went, hey, let's keep going, or?
I mean,
Well, at this point, my friend, we're here. We're in the middle of the trap. Why don't we just try to get out of it?
No, hold on. I've still got a few more questions.
Please take your time.
I'm just sitting here waiting.
This is the most interesting thing that has happened in like a week. So, shoot.
What?
No, hang on. I'm not doing that yet. We'll get to that. Don't worry. Okay, let's see.
While he's doing that, can I read a sitch?
That's what I was gonna do.
Oh, shoot.
I'm trying to find the thing again.
Then maybe I will read a person.
Well, no, sorry. I was gonna read a person. That's what I was gonna do.
You were gonna read a person. Okay, that's what I thought you were gonna do, and I was gonna do the opposite. Okay, I'll read a sitch.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
9.
Mine's my lucky number tonight.
You get to ask one question.
Oh no.
Is it what's my enemy's true position?
That's the one that I'm thinking about.
Is it really?
No, it's between what should I be on the lookout for, which enemy is most vulnerable to me, and where is my best escape route / way in / way past. I think it's really between escape route and what should I be on the lookout for. But I think the question I'm going to ask is, what should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for that group of people that's searching the building for you. Like, sure, yeah, you and Rex, just Rex, could probably take on everyone in this room. Add a dozen to 20 people to the mix, and things start to get really sketchy, even for Rex.
Okay. Is the door locked? Is that door still open to the hallway, or is that closed?
It's still open.
Okay.
And Rex, you were practicing your interpersonal skills?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like my question before I get to my read a person question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really trying to get inside the Rex mindset here. That's the problem.
Rex's mindset is pretty simple, which makes it complicated, ironically.
Yeah. So why exactly have you decided to control your city in this kind of way? The whole, there's a lot of freedom restriction, the paranoia.
Well, frankly, I didn't seem like any worse of an idea than another. Like, I was reading this book once. It's kind of like this. I was like, that seemed to work. Bad guys won at the end of the book, so seems like a great sitch for me. So I like, that seems pretty good. We'll just do that.
Right. And
it was called 1984. It was by this guy named George Orwell.
Yeah, I haven't read it. It's not a thing I can do, but I have had it read out to me. So, a lot of these themes are similar. I came from a place that was actually quite a bit like this. Yeah, but
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How'd that one turn out?
I was actually kind of almost like the second in command, but then my ex-girlfriend torched the city.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. You said there were like generators, or like what? How Said there were like generators?
Yeah, so I'll give you the lay of the land. So this room, you cut the power to the building. Like that happened 100%. In the time between when you cut the power to the building and here, it looks like they drug a couple of shop lights in from some other floor, just so that way there'd be some light. They're like pointed at the ceiling. You can hear the chug of a generator. I think they hit it like a room or two over. They just got extension cords running under doorways. There's only 2 lights in the room, really. They're pretty bright. Pointed at the ceiling, illuminate stuff.
Right. Can I like hear where the generator is, kind of?
It's to your right.
What to do? What to do?
Yeah, what to do?
I'm just imagining these doors open. The person's like, I caught you in my trap. And then everybody just like stands around looking at each other for like 5 minutes. Huh. Well, this is interesting.
Damn.
Thinking is a free action.
Think out of character thinking absolutely is a free action. It's very nice that me as the MC has basically no ability to do anything except for in reaction to you all doing stuff. Otherwise, y'all would have been shot a while ago.
It makes sense. The only thing that's in Rebecca's brain right now is launching the grenade launcher to the furthest spot in the room.
Would Dice do that?
Probably not.
If Rex was down to fight, he would absolutely just go, okay.
Yeah,
but he,
that's the problem. I've got a plan, but there's no way to enact it without it making any sense. No. We don't like hear the crowd. We don't like hear the crowd outside, do we?
You do, but it's, distant and muffled. You guys are 100 feet up in the air above them, and they haven't fully congregated at the base of the building. They haven't made their way in yet. That's out of character knowledge. You don't know that, but like they're coming. Right now, it kind of just blends into the milieu of everything else.
Here's my question for you. You know that your city has fallen, right? Like all of us outside, we've been taking things over. We got that battle tank. We riled up some outsiders to fight things. Our friend out there right now is probably doing something that's hopefully helpful. Can't guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure he's doing something helpful for once. So what are you gonna do when the city's fallen?
Well, I like to favor myself an optimist sometimes. Besides seeing the worst in people, I can see the best in a situation. Hasn't fallen yet, right? In the process, maybe, but it hasn't fallen yet. This is really just ammunition to bolster my claim that the outside world is dangerous and is just trying to kill us, and which is why we've been at war for it for as long as we've existed. It's just really just adding to my propaganda what's going on right now. And as far as that tank is concerned, I haven't heard it go off again. Seems like I'm in pretty good sitch. Presumably you two brought it here because you're talking about it, and you're not in it now, obviously. So I've got my buds. I got my buds right here. I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. Then this conversation is really getting boring. Like I can hear the gears turning in your brain, these long pauses between things happening.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not very smart.
Well, in all fairness, you're letting us take this time to think.
She goes, you know what, Dice? That is a fair point. You make an absolutely wonderful, spot-on point.
I see where you're going with this.
She snaps her fingers.
Thanks a lot. I was gonna make sure that she's like out of the way, but no. Now she's probably gonna be involved.
No, she's involved.
I was just about ready to start, but no.
So Tara, Vodka Greene snaps her fingers, and the firing squad of 6 Deathbringers raise their guns up level at you.
Dice lifts the grenade launcher towards them.
Okay, this is totally 100% just seized by force if you're actually willing to pull the trigger.
I don't think we have a choice.
They start firing, they get grenade launched. Like, explosion.
Okay, yeah, then just roll seized by force.
How dark is it outside?
I mean, the sun is gone. The sun is gone. It is dark.
When I do my spray and pray, I'm going to try to make sure to hit the lights.
Okay.
This is the 3rd time in a row I've rolled a 9.
I don't believe this counts as helping.
I don't believe it does either.
Unless I'm specifically just trying to hit the lights as a way to...
and that's, if you want to, like that could be totally fine.
No, I'm just going to do my own thing.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so seized by force, Becca, on a 7 to 9, you choose to inflict terrible harm, suffer little harm, take definite, undeniable control of it, or you impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy.
Take definite and undeniable control of it and suffer little harm.
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
I've been rolling so high on everything else, I didn't expect to get a 4 plus 3.
I'm solid 9s. That's my third 9
Ooh.
tonight.
And Rex, what would you like to do for your options?
I'm definitely taking little harm, and I'm gonna inflict terrible harm. What else am I gonna do?
This is not a good situation, but you're lucky because Rex counts as a gang.
Yes.
Which is the only reason you don't get immediately obliterated.
Yes.
Dice, you see the guns whip up as she snaps. You just fire a shot off of the grenade launcher. What's its harm rating?
It's 4 harm close, I believe.
4 harm.
harm.
Close, loud,
Close.
messy.
Close. Yeah, messy. Yeah.
You fire the grenade. It sails past them a little bit, but does envelop them in an explosion. The one of the guards staggers a little bit. The others kind of their armor soaks it, and their formation is broken. They're starting to move around, so they're not clumped together. But in that you get shot several times and take 4 harm.
That's okay.
Dice's clock is past 9.
Do you have no armor?
I have 1.
1 armor. Okay.
1 armor, suffer little harm, so she's taking 2, but her clock was already has been at 6 just about the entire time.
Oof. Oofa doofa. But yeah, Rex, as Dice, fires a grenade and the people start diving and dodging out of the way, you just lay down this line of fire. What are Opera's stats? Opera's 4 as well.
It's 3 actually.
So 3 harm base, 1 for seize by force, 1 for not to be messed with.
Yeah.
So that's 5. Yeah. Rex, you take it. You laser on through. One of the guys goes down. The 2 others and Tara duck behind some furniture and are able to keep themselves from getting shot. In this case, the guy that you take down, his foot catches one of the lights. It falls over. It's still on, but now it's on the ground, casting cool, dramatic shadows up on the wall.
So I didn't hit the lights.
You put 1 in a much worse position.
Okay. Do I take any harm?
So you would also take 4 harm.
Okay.
Before any adjustments.
So 4.
So 4 goes to 3 for your move, and then 3 probably goes to 1 from your armor.
I have 2 armor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you only actually will be marking 1 segment of your clock.
Okay. I'm still at 9.
All right. So the 2 of you are not in a great situation. Now I do need both of you to make the harm move.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you won't be marking that segment of your clock, and instead you'll just be forgetting stuff or dropping guns. Who knows?
Thank you, Return of the Low Roll.
You want to roll low, correct?
Yes, you want to fail this roll.
Holy.
This time I don't add +3 to my 4 roll.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a 3.
Okay, so both of you managed to fail this. Nice.
Nice.
Let's see. On a miss, the MC can nevertheless choose something from the 7 to 9 list above instead of the harm you suffered. Let's see. Wait, so Dice, you rolled a 2?
I rolled a 3 on the dice.
3. Okay, cool. So that's still a fail. That's good.
5 total.
Dice, you fire the grenade launcher. It has more recoil than you were just anticipating in this situation, nerves and such. It kind of gets a little bit, it gets loose in your hand, and as you dive out of the way to avoid the fire of your enemies, you have to drop the gun. So you take no harm, but you've lost your grip on the grenade launcher. Rex, you just soak the damage.
Cool.
Isn't it -1 harm?
Oh yeah, sorry. So Becca, you'll still mark 1 segment instead of 2.
I'm at 9.
Hey,
Thank
we're
you,
all
Mary.
at 9. 9 buddies.
Yep. So the sitch as it stands now, it's a very loud situation. There's gunfire going off, explosions. One guy's dead, another one's injured. A couple of you guys are on the ground. A mob is forming outside. Bravo, what are you up to?
I am continuing to rave into the radio, and I'm like, forward for freedom. Actually, this is the first time I've had a chance to use it, but I have a move called leadership. I took as a savvy head improvement way back. says when you have to order your gang to advance, regroup, hold position, hold discipline, or put their backs to it. Roll plus hard. On a hit, they do it. On a 10 plus, they snap to, take +1 forward. On a miss, they do it, but you'll hear about it later. So I want to get them in there as fast as possible. So I'm ordering them forward.
Okay.
Ooh, and that's a real bad roll. That's a 6.
What's
So-
okay? Where I did not spell leadership right.
Leadership is a hard holder move initially, but it also comes as a savvy head improvement. So on a miss, they do it, but you'll hear about it later, is what it says.
Okay. I'm going to take liberty as the MC to change the rule
Ooh.
for this one time at least. Bravo. You keep raving into the walk. Good heavens. Water break.
Friendly reminder to drink water.
You're once every like 10 hours or so of Dystropia reminder. It's important. Bravo, as you're raving into the radio, trying to inspire your mob to accomplish the things you want, you come to the realization that they're just slow. Like they've got this drive and this huge community effort going on right now, but they're just not fast about it. They're making their way to the admin center. There's not that much of a rush. They kind of want more people before they go and like drag their leader out by their ankles. You know, you come to the realization that unless you personally lead them, you're probably not going to get what you want in time for it to matter. So what's it going to be? Safety or success?
Here's the thing. I, as Aaron, want to go and save my friends' characters. However, here's what Bravo knows. They said, oh, you're injured. You just hang tight. We have this thing we're going to go do. So Bravo, I mean, unless he gets any sort of psychic impression that they need help, like, he doesn't know that they're in any particular bad spot. When he left them, they had a whole gang of Crimson Cobras with them.
That's true.
So I turned to Philip and I'm like, all right, Philip, time for your plan. Let's get this gate open. Let's get your friends in here. And I don't know if there's any kind of roll I need to make to, I mean, we kind of blew up all the guards who were protecting this gate. So can we just open it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So Bravo, yeah, you watch your mob just slowly gathering at the base of the admin center. You think about your friends, quote unquote, who may as well have left you to die, and you know they're in there, and
Yeah.
they can fend for themselves. Let's go open that dang gate.
Yeah. I mean, as far as they know, all I did was drive foolishly, and they decided that I was good to leave dead, so they'll be fine.
Thank you so much for all of those who have been listening to this podcast. If you would just be able to go and subscribe on whatever platform it is, or share, send us a review or a voice message even on Anchor, that would be wonderful. We love hearing from you, and we love to see your feedback, and we want to make sure that you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes. That would be a true tragedy. So go ahead and do that. And I think that's everything. So we'll get back to the show now.
Alrighty, so we have that little vignette, and we just smash cut back to Rex and Dice. What do you guys do?
I know what. Oh God, I really know what I want to try doing, but I'm afraid that it requires like either metagaming or it won't go as I want it to go.
Well, let's just talk about it. Maybe we can work it out.
My plan, what I really want to do, is through the wall to the generator, grab the generator and throw it in there. And I've been wanting to do that since the very start.
That's not metagaming. I've given you the information that there is a generator and it's in a room to your right.
Perfect. I'd like to, oh yeah, into the room on my right.
New Pittsburgh, more like, oh yeah.
The style of architecture in Pittsburgh has changed from a city of bridges to a city of Swiss cheese buildings for some reason, unknown to mankind.
Oh man, I really hope I don't roll middle of the road for the first time making this roll. That's a 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I needed that.
Oh, I got it. Do you want me to read it to you?
Absolutely, go for it.
Oh yeah. Roll plus hard to smash your way through scenery to get to or away from something. On a 10 plus, the scenery is moved or smashed and you get what you want. On a 7 through 9, you get what you want and smash or move the scenery, but you take 1 harm, armor piercing, and are disoriented and under fire and follow-up actions. Leave something behind or take something with you. Think smashing through walls or pushing through burned out husks of cars. On a miss, your foot gets pinned under something mid-smash.
Just as the rulebook says. So Rex, you've like dodged over to the side, avoiding fire, and you tuck in mostly. You get low and you tuck in, you hold Opera, you just run straight into the wall. You know exactly this is the room with the generator. You go smashing through the wall, plaster and wooden slats go spraying everywhere, and you see this little red like Honda generator just puttering away. It's yours, baby.
I want to grab it and throw it at them.
Okay. So Dice, your perspective on this, right? You're on the ground, your grenade launcher is skittered away. You're hurting, things aren't looking so good. Rex gets up and smashes through the wall, which is not an uncommon sight for you at this point. But the thing is, right, he gets up, thunders through the wall, bullets whizzing behind him, and then the lights go out as this red blur gets hurled into the room and smacks into one of the guys. He gets knocked to the ground.
Dice is going to scurry towards the area that Tarra Greene is.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna go aggro on her.
So you can't go aggro because the situation has already escalated to violence.
Because it's already escalated. I can't go aggro on her. Okay.
That is correct.
Okay.
It would just be
Got
seized
it.
by force if you're just trying to inflict harm.
I'm not even trying to inflict harm. I have a knife, and I'm trying to get my knife against her neck behind her so that she's in the way, like the guys can't shoot it, like use her as a shield and take control of her.
Okay,
so
that's
seized by force.
Literally seized by force.
Yeah. That's the one that I want. That's right. Okay.
Huh.
8.
Choose 2.
All I want to do is take definite and undeniable control of it, and impress, dismay, or frighten my enemy.
Sure you don't want to suffer a little harm?
Well, am I going to take harm? That's the question. Let's take definite and undeniable control of it is for sure, and suffer a little harm. Yeah.
You kind of crawl a little bit, and you see where Tara is. You get up a little bit and you lunge for her. You tackle her to the ground. She takes 1 harm of just, smacking around damage. And as you're wrestling her to get into, you're wrestling her, there's this one time where one of the guards reaches down, tries to grab you, moves you a little bit. You get shot a couple of times, but you do get back in there and you get your knife up against her throat. You do take another 4 harm.
Okay. It's down to 2. Don't fail me now, Dice. Don't fail me now, Dice. They failed. That is let's see. That's an 11 on the dice. It's 10, 9 on the dice plus 2.
Ooh.
11.
Oh!
So what happens with an 11?
So
He chooses one of the top 2.
I choose 1.
What do you mean you choose? Hang on. So where's like the book?
So I'll read it aloud because the audience we've never dealt with
Yeah.
this audience. Actually, we've dealt with this once. When you suffer harm, roll plus harm suffered after armor if you're wearing any. On a 10 plus, which was rolled this time, the MC can choose 1. Either you are out of action, unconscious, trapped, incoherent, or panicked, or it's worse than it seemed. Take an additional 1 harm. Or I can choose 2 from the 7 to 9 list. Frankly, that list doesn't seem interesting in this situation right now. Becca, what's your harm clock at? How many slots do you have left?
I've got 1 more until the 12.
So 1 more until you're dead.
Yeah. till life becomes untenable.
Dice, you tried. You did your darndest. And frankly, you succeeded in a way. You have personally gained control of Tarra Greene. But you're trapped. There's nothing you can do in this situation. You have, as you hold your knife to her throat, and you look around just to see the barrels of guns glowing strange colors you don't even know how they made, and it's something that you just have this sinking feeling inside you that it's futile. If you want this to be a suicide mission, you can absolutely push it, but there's nothing you can do. You're out of action.
Okay.
Obviously, in the heat of battle, things slip your mind. You don't notice them. In this case, when you fired that grenade, the windows to the room broke. Now, in the moment of that is the heat of battle. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make a difference. But as one crow flies in, starts circling the room, cawing, is joined by another and another. And in mere seconds, the room is filled with more birds than you've seen in one place in a long time. They're flapping about, cawing. There's feathers floating everywhere. And just as the black birds are flitting in and out of your view, you see in an instant this small young man,
small kid
flashes into view.
A young kid flashes into view, and they hold out their hand to you.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna roll weird.
Go for it.
7.
Okay, 7 to 9. The mother's heartbeat. When you withdraw into the world's psychic maelstrom, roll plus weird. On a 7 to 9, choose one of the following options. You emerge again about an hour later, and A, meanwhile, you can still watch and hear what's happening where you were. B, you can re-emerge in a different place altogether. C, you are healed of all harm.
Or D, you can bring someone in and out with you.
Dice, this kid you've never met before, never seen, never even thought hasn't crossed your mind, appears in this flock of crows and extends a hand out to you, and you grasp his. And in an instant, the world goes monochromatic, and you're gone. Rex, you stumble into this room charge into this room, let's be honest, after hurling a generator through the open doorway, colliding with some of the guards. Tara is on the ground, panting. The guards are freaking out. There's birds everywhere for whatever reason. Crows there's so much bird poo in this room now.
Yes, right at the maximum point of tension, drop the poo joke.
And for the life of you, Dice is gone. You can't find her. It's not like she's just huddled in a corner or hiding. She's gone.
You know how much you all love that slogan, it's us or them? Let's try something new called us and them. And he's gonna open fire on the generator.
What? Okay. What? Seized by force, I guess? Okay.
Seized by splode?
I'm arguing, like, okay, A, if you have anything that would specifically apply to this, more or less, I'm totally down for ideas. I am currently waffling between do something under fire because you're looking for a very specific outcome, or seized by force, because seized by force is just the general do harm stuff.
I mean, I'm rolling hard either way. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Just roll hard. Let's
roll hard first to figure out the logistics later.
Yeah.
Oh boy. 9.
9. Lucky number 9.
Not a 10.
Alrighty. Not a 10. I mean, so either way though, that is a partial success. So you'll get what you want. It's just
I think this is a seize by force.
Yeah.
Oh man.
One question for you.
Yeah.
Would you consider, so of the variations of seize by force,
yes,
fight your way free is one of the variations.
Oh no.
Okay, just double checking.
No way. Run from a battle?
Touche.
Touche. Take definite and undeniable control
of their corpses. Got it.
Suffer little harm.
That seems reasonable.
After all, I'm probably the one furthest away from the generator.
Yeah. No, seriously, straight up. Okay.
And I used my get out of jail free card on Dice too.
Yeah. we're gonna see this from Bravo's perspective really quick. So Bravo, you're in the tower, you scurry down the tower, and you and Philip throw open the gates. Crimson Cobras start to stream in on their motorbikes into the city. It's not the whole force; they're still cleaning up outside. But as you throw open the gates, you and Philip, you do a high five, and you turn around to survey your beautiful handiwork, and your eyes go up to the administration building in time to see this massive explosion just blow out the back of the building near the top. Whew. Rex, before modifiers, you take 5 harm.
Ooh. Let's see. Before modifiers. Here's a question.
Before modifiers.
Does the gang exist before or after the explosion hits me?
The explosion is not a gang.
So I get +1 is what you're saying. Wait, oh no, am I hedging my bets? I'm not hedging my bets.
You get the armor from not hedging your bets, but you don't get the armor from the gang bonus because you're on equal footing with the people you're attacking.
That's fine. I get 3 armor. I'm at 11 harm.
So,
it's 11 o'clock.
Rex, you hurl a generator into this crowd of people. A flock of crows comes in. Dice disappears with this strange kid. I don't even know if you catch a glimpse of this kid.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Dice is just gone. There's this flock of crows, and you say this snappy one-liner and shoot the generator. This giant explosion goes off. The people at ground 0 took much more than 5. You at ground 0.5 get flung through a wall into another room, taking nearly fatal harm. The crows that are still in the room when the explosion goes off turn into this black mist, and once the explosion is complete, they reform and block out the window. Rex, you very, very belabored and very painfully prop yourself up on Opera and hobble back into the once beautiful room that is now charred and torn to bits. You see the bodies of the guard that you mercilessly dealt with, and with a kick of your boot, you move one that's flopped over the body of Tarra Greene. She, bleary-eyed, she barely holding on to the last thread of life, looks up at you.
Rex pulls out Amy. He's just barely managing to hold on to it. The gun is shaking in his hand. My hand is shaking for real. And he goes, yeah, that was a close one. Almost had me there. Ever since I first came into this city, there's only one thing I've wanted more than anything else. And he points the gun at her. I'd like a shot of vodka. And he pulls the trigger.
Rex, you stagger away from the body of the former dictator of New Pittsburgh, and your feet are no longer able to hold you up. You slump against a wall and look down at Opera in your lap, and it is mangled. It's broken. There's char and twisted metal from the impact of being thrown through a wall and the explosion. And you look up, and across the room you see a reflection of yourself in a broken mirror that's fallen off the wall. And you see that you have been horribly burned. Your face is barely recognizable as Rex Kilgore. And as you struggle to identify even your own face, you look over at a nearby body of one of the Deathbringers. It's scuffed up and slightly scorched skull mask. You take it off that body and slide it over your own head and cover your face as you black out.